Hello and welcome into a Wednesday afternoon edition of the Arizona State Sun Devils Insider Podcast. My name is Kevin Hickson. I am your lead beat writer for the Arizona State Sun Devils on SI, and I'm so grateful to be joining you on this beautiful Wednesday afternoon. As I said previously, the Arizona State men's basketball team unfortunately fell short of a Maui Invitational Championship. It would have been the second in program history. They did win it in 1994, fall short this season. They lost 88 to 75 to USC, and it was a more competitive game than the final score indicated. Even though USC did do a little bit of pulling away late in the second half, despite that, there is a lot to be thankful for as fans of Arizona State athletics ahead of Thanksgiving as this episode drops on Thursday morning. Uh, and I kind of wanted to take this episode to break down some things that Arizona State fans should undoubtedly be grateful for, thankful about within the scope of the athletic program. So first off, I wanted to start this episode by talking about Graham Rossini, and I feel like most Arizona State fans are aware that Graham Rossini is a seismic upgrade over previous athletic director Ray Anderson. I think Arizona State fans know that Mr. Anderson was not very serious when it came to supporting NIL efforts for Arizona State from his time in the NIL era between June 2021 and his departure in late 2023. And Graham Rossini has been a complete 180. He is on the younger side. He was part of the Arizona Diamondbacks scouting department, I believe. That was what he was before he rejoined Arizona State. He's very analytically driven. He's very open minded. He recognizes the modern landscape of college athletics, and he's done a phenomenal job of really tapping into it, whether it's by finding creative ways to increase NIL dollars that flow into Arizona State athletics, including the beer deal that he made with, was it Huss Brewing Company? Uh, what dollars that are brought in, revenue that's brought in from those sales at the stadium go directly to the NIL fund. Beyond that, he's done an absolutely phenomenal job when it comes to supporting the coaches, creating a collaborative environment, creating a judgment free zone between the coaches of these various programs. He's made an absolute home run hire. The first major hire that he made as athletic director was Molly Miller, making the transition from Grand Canyon to Arizona State. The Lady Sun Devils are 6-0 for the first time since the 1991-92 season, and I feel like that cannot be overstated enough. We will get to that in a few minutes, but before that, we will touch upon the other thing that Graham Rossini has done. He's made the fan experience exponentially better. He listens to the fans. He's very open minded, as I said. He found a way to lower the cost of parking at the structure across from the football stadium, flat rate for every single fan, so it's fans don't have to feel like they have to park a mile away to get to the stadium. He's streamlined concessions. He's worked to improve the game day experience at various athletic events, not just football games. And lastly, he has really taken a leadership role when it comes to planning out the renovations of Desert Financial Arena and building the new indoor practice facility for the football program. So he's really taken a hands on role as athletic director. He's really done a phenomenal job, I feel like, from every sense of evaluation. And I think Arizona State fans should be grateful that Michael Crow did make that promotion because the reception around it was not great at first, to say the least. So that's one thing that Arizona State fans should undoubtedly be grateful for. The next thing that leads me into is the football program looking like it is back for the long haul. I know Arizona State is historically considered a football school. There's a lot of great history, but the last 30 years or so have been super up and down. Uh, Arizona State picked up the mantra of being a program that has a lot of selling points and pretty good resources, but really have been unable to tap into them fully, whether it's by making some short sighted coaching hires, some mismanagement, the hands off approach generally in recent years before Kenny Dillingham took over. And now it doesn't appear as if Coach Dillingham is leaving anytime soon. The infrastructure's in place, players are bought in. We have the stars in Tempe to sell to recruits. You look at Cam Scadaboo, you look at Jordan Tyson, you look at Keith Abney, you see these players come in that are underrated, that have a chip on their shoulder, that really develop into high level NFL prospects that grow as people, that grow as players. And that's not a coincidence. It feels like most players that come in on that level end up elevating themselves beyond what people expected at the start of their tenure in Tempe. And it feels like this is just the beginning for the football program moving forward. It feels very, very likely that they will continue to be at the top or near the top of the Big 12 power hierarchy moving forward, and fans should be grateful for that. Um, there aren't many football programs that are consistently great in this day and age of college football. And I feel like Arizona State is pushing themselves into that territory already, just in year 3 of Kenny Dillingham. And that leads me into my last point. It's not just the football program that's doing great. There's multiple programs that are doing great. As I mentioned, the basketball program, they just lost the Maui Invitational Championship, but they got to the championship to begin with. They are off to a 6-2 start this season. Bobby Hurley looks to have a squad that is going to be better than expected. As we know, there are still 3 months of basketball left to be played, but they are clicking. They're playing very consistent offensive basketball. They look like they're having fun out there. Mo Odom, Pig Johnson, Bryce Ford look to be the next rendition of that guard U setting. Men's basketball, it looks like it's going to be a fun season at the very least, and there's potential to build something moving forward there, even though Arizona State isn't known for basketball per se. That leads me into women's basketball. As I said earlier, 6-0 for the first time in over 30 seasons. That was even those years that Charlie Turner Thorne led them to Elite 8 Sweet 16 appearances. Feels like this year's team is going to be competitive, going to compete for an NCAA tournament spot. I know the competition hasn't always been the best for them so far this season, but McKenna Brackens has taken a step forward. Marley Washenitz and Gabby Elliott have been phenomenal bucket getters on the perimeter. It seems like they're improving every single game, and they will be a force to be reckoned with in the Big 12 this season. The women's volleyball team, back-to-back Big 12 championships. JJ Neal really has a team that could win a national title this year, and that is absolutely great. The baseball program is looking to take a step forward from a successful yet disappointing at the same time season in 2024, 2025. Willie Bloomquist has built another talented team. We'll see what they do, but there is promising signs there. The hockey team continues to power forward and become one of the more prominent programs on the West Coast. The cross-country team is doing very, very well. There are so many things, so many programs that are doing very well. They have great leadership. It's interconnected. It's equally supported by both President Michael Crow and AD Graham Rossini. And it's a great time to be a fan of Arizona State athletics at large. And I am grateful to be covering this team for each and every one of you. I will be around for the Territorial Cup game on Friday night at Mountain America Stadium. And I can't wait to give you a post-game podcast for that show. There will also be a preview that drops on Friday morning. Be watching out for that. Thank you so much to each and every one of you that support my show every single day. And I will see you with a brand new episode, freshly recorded after the game on Friday night.